Hi Russian learners, Oksana here, welcome to my channel. So today, as usual, we are continuing with our studying of the Russian grammar. And in some of my previous videos, I talked about the plural forms of Russian nouns. I explained how the plural forms are made. And I also made this special video about some Russian nouns, a rather large group of them that don't actually have the plural form, that only have a singular form and can't be a plural. So if you haven't watched that video, please do that. That is a very important notion in the Russian grammar. And also there is also another large group of nouns in the Russian language which do not have a singular form. So there are two groups of exceptions of Russian nouns that one of them does have only singular form and another group does have only the plural form. So today we're going to be talking about these nouns that have only plural form and they don't have their singular form, and actually if you look them up in the dictionary, they will be in the plural form there as well. So that is a very important thing to know about such nouns. And so today let us talk about them, let us write them down. So please take your notebooks and your pens to write them down and to try to learn them all and give enough time to at least understand why they are only plural. So I separated them into several subgroups, and the first group of these nouns is objects, which consist of two parts. So objects which consist of two parts, and there are several nouns like this. So for example, we can say this one, очки. Очки means glasses. So basically in English it is plural as well. So that is one example for you. Next we have ножницы. Ножницы, can you guess what that means? It means scissors. Again, in English, it is plural as well. Next, we have this one. Весы. 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 It means scale, and scale in English, as you can see, is singular, but in Russian, it is plural. Next, we have качели. Качели. Качели, meaning swings, like where children are playing. Swings, again, swings are plural in English and plural in Russian as well. Next, let's write this word, which is ворота. Ворота. Ворота, and it means gate. It can be like a gate in the gate that leads to like the backyard or something like that. Gate. Next we have брюки. Брюки. Jeans. Not actually jeans, like any long pants. So that will be брюки. Oh, sorry. Not jeans. But jeans also, but it also trousers. Made a mistake. Next we have actually jeans, which are джинсы. Джинсы. And джинсы means jeans. So in English they are plural as well. And we also have трусы. Трусы meaning pants, and it is actually the underwear, of course. So that is the first subgroup of these plural only nouns, which represent objects consisting of two parts. So you can see that both очки, glasses, ножницы, весы, качели, ворота, брюки, джинсы, трусы, they have like two parts to them. So basically we like counting them as two at once. So that's why they are plural. And now let's talk about the second subgroup of nouns, plural only nouns, which represent collective actions. So what does that mean? Let us write some examples. So the first we have this word which represent a time that every school kid in Russia absolutely loves, and it is каникулы, каникулы, and it is a school or university vacation. So basically, school kids have like this 4 long periods of vacations a year, and they are called каникулы, and they last either a week or 2, and in the summer they last almost 3 months. So that is the thing that every school kid in Russia loves and looks forward to all the time. Next we have this one, which is переговоры, 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 meaning negotiations, negotiations. Again, they're plural in English as well. Next we have выборы, 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 выборы. It means elections. Again, they are plural in English also. Elections, of course, it can be the presidential elections or any other, like for any other position. Next we have похороны, похороны. Похороны, a sad notion, but it is what it is. It means funeral. They are plural as well, but in English they are single. Next we have проводы, проводы. Проводы, it means farewell party. And what that means, farewell party. So either when a man goes to the army, people, his close ones, make a farewell party for him, or like when a family moves to another city, their friends and neighbors make this farewell party for them. Проводы. So basically, whenever you are living somewhere for a long time, people make, your close friends and relatives make this farewell party for you, which is проводы. Проводы. Next we have this noun, which is прятки. Прятки, it is a game that you, I'm sure, know, and it's hide and seek. Hide and seek. Прятки. Прятки. Again, they are plural. Next we have also this example, which is роды. Роды. Роды, meaning childbirth. I don't actually know why that is in the plural, like as if a woman has a lot of them. I don't know, but роды is at least plural in Russian, while it is singular in the English. So that is what it is. So now let us talk about another subgroup of plural-only nouns. And they actually don't have any like specific name to it. We'll just write them down as they one by one and talk about them. So the first example, we also have this, which is деньги. Деньги. Деньги are always plural, and it means money. So I guess that makes sense why деньги are plural, because you have like not one. Of course, you can have like only one note, $1 or something, but it in the greatest notion it is plural. Деньги, money. Next we have this game, which is шахматы. Шахматы, meaning chess. It's plural in Russian, but singular in English. Next we have часы. 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 Часы, meaning clock or watch. So they are plural. Next we have also something related to the clock, which is куранты. Куранты. Куранты, it means chimes, and куранты is something that is on the clock tower and which strikes the hour whenever it hits, so that is called куранты. Next we have this word, which is titrы. Titrы, which means subtitles, and it is basically the titles, the credits that ran after the movie end. So when the movie ends, you see this rolling credits, and that is titrы. They're plural in Russian. Next we have Kudri. Kudri. So Kudri means curls, like hair curls. Kudri. Next we have Sanki. Sledge. So something to ride on when it is when there's snow. Sledge. Sanki. Next we have Apilki. Apilki, it means sawdust. Sawdust, again, it is plural in Russian, always plural, but singular in English. Next we have обои. Обои meaning wallpaper. Again, it is, for some reason, is plural in Russian. Next we have дрова. Дрова, meaning firewood. Дрова. Again, it is plural. Next we have memoire. Memoire, meaning memoirs. Next example is this, which actually is a pretty old word, which is not used that much anymore. It means счеты, and it is abacus. It is the old counting gadget, I think. So that is it, счеты, and basically it is not used, this word, that often now. And also let's write this example. Аплодисменты. A long one. And аплодисменты means applause. So they are plural as well. So that is this group. Let us talk about next examples. The first is духи. So make sure that the stress falls here on the second syllable, духи, and it means perfume. The stress. Духи means perfume, but when the stress falls on the first syllable, духи, it means ghosts, and in this case, when it means ghosts, it can actually have a singular form, which is дух. Духи meaning ghosts, but духи with the stress on the last syllable means perfume. So that is a very important thing to know. Next we have this short word, meaning she. It is a popular Russian cabbage soup. She. Next we have this one, which is macaroni. Macaroni meaning macaroni or spaghetti, something like that. Macaroni. Next we have консервы. And that means some preserves. Консервы. And also this word, which is сливки. Сливки meaning cream. Next we also have this example, which is сутки. So сутки means a 24-hour period. So there is no specific word for it in English, which can represent this 24-hour period in a day, but it has its equivalent in Russian, and it is sutki, and sutki are plural, always plural. Next we have сумерки. Сумерки meaning dusk, and it can also mean twilight, and that is how this famous book and movie series Twilight is translated into Russian. It is called сумерки. Next we have Заморозки. Заморозки. And it means the period in autumn when it means early frost, when autumn started and the first frost came. It means заморозки. So that is it. Let us talk about also another group of plural only nouns in Russian, and they can represent some geographical names. Or places. So what can that be? So it can be mountains, not all of them, but just some. And basically when they represent like several mountains in one place, like for example, we can say Alpy. So Alpy, it is a famous mountain system, and it means Alps in English. So they are plural both in Russian and in English. Next we have Andy. Andy meaning ants. Again, both plural in both languages. Next we have Karpaty. Karpaty, another mountain system, and it is Carpathian Mountains. Karpaty, they are plural also. Next we have Himalaya. So, Himalaya means Himalayas. So when you have like this mountain system which has its own name, so basically chances are they will be plural in Russian language. Next, let us talk about other places which are islands, some islands. Again, I'm talking about not like one separate island, but about the island system, like cooperation, like combination of several items into one big system. And here we can say, like for example, the most famous one are Gavayi. So they are Hawaii, they are plural in Russian, so this form is actually plural. Next we have like Bermudy, which means Bermuda. So they are plural as well. Next we have Canary. So the Canary Islands. Next we have also this example, which is Kurily. They are the Kuril Islands. Those are the islands, as far as I know, those between Russia and Japan. And also we have this one, Fareri, and they are the Faroe Islands. So talking about a system of islands which consists of many small islands located close to each other. So in that case, the names of this system will be a noun in a plural form. Also, some countries can have the names of some countries can be a noun in a plural form. So in this case, I can give you this one, which is Philippines, and it is Philippines. So they are plural both in Russian and in English. Next we have Нидерланды. So Нидерланды, it means the Netherlands. So again, plural, Нидерланды, Netherlands. And of course we have this one, which is Соединенные Штаты Америки. So you can guess what that means. It means the USA, the USA. And here it is actually clear why it is plural, because we have this noun штаты, which means states. So one state is штат in Russian, but in plural it is штаты. So that's why this whole phrase is, the whole name of the country is in its plural form, because we can see that the noun states is in the plural form, but it can actually have a singular form. But the case is that the actual name of the country is stated as states in plural, so that's why the whole name of the country is in plural. But you can make штаты in separate, when it is a separate word, you can make it in a singular form. Also, we have some other places, geographical places that can have only plural form, and like, for example, this one, which is tropiki, meaning tropics. Again, they are plural both in English and in Russian. Next, we have джунгли, which means jungle. Jungle is singular in English, but plural in Russian. Next, we have, like, for example, лужники, and сокольники. And there are like famous places in Moscow, and basically they are the in the plural form, and a lot of other geographical names in Russia, which represent like this sports arenas, they can have plural forms, so that they are sports arenas. And we're talking about other words that have only plural forms in Russian. It can be some villages and towns on the territory of the former Soviet Union. A lot of them can have only plural form as their name. So it will be a very, very long video to talk about all of them, but just you know that this case may happen, and whenever you see this name, you will learn it the way it is, and that's why I'm not talking about them right now, because there's a lot of them. So that is all for today's video. I know that was a long one, but please write these words down. Try to remember at least some of them. Of course, the true remembrance of them comes with practice, but it is nice to know that they exist only in the plural form. And of course, whenever you use these words in a sentence, they have to be combined with the both adjectives and verbs of in their plural form as well. So both things have to be corresponding to each other. So that is very important to build the grammatically correct Russian sentences. So thank you for watching. I hope this video was informative and useful for you. If you like